Hello everyone, my name is Jimena Fernandez Castillo, and today I'm gonna talk about an interesting topic for me. First of all, I wanted to say that English is not only to learn grammatical rules or vocabulary, but also to communicate, to share ideas with other people, and interact with others. I would like to talk about my practicum period, and I was at the Manuel Sandoval Vallarta Secondary School with approximately 800 students and 24 groups. For this teaching practicum, I did an interview with my students. I was working with second grade students. So I did it and I noticed that the students enjoy learning through visual materials, games, competitions, and through songs. So it was important for me because that helped me to build my lesson plans and my materials to adapt their likes for my teaching. And also, I identified different problematic, through an observation guide. I noticed that the students write in an incorrect way in English because they have the interference with the Spanish language to the English language. The first problematic is that the students omit articulations or some important letters that help the message to be clearly. And it was difficult because they didn't write a word correctly or sentence. And also the misordering. They tend to write, as I mentioned before, they tend to write in a Spanish way. So they change the word places or something like that, and the message is not clearly. And sometimes they feel frustrated because they didn't know how to write it. For that, I implemented different writing strategies that was word order formation and sentence ordering activities. The first one was checking the errors with the students. For example, I put a word in this order and they write it correctly. So it was helpful for them because they memorize maybe the structure or the order of the word to be building as a sentence. In the word sentence ordering, I implemented different activities like build a sentence or something like that. And also, students identify the problem or the error in the sentence and they write it in incorrectly way. For example, I implement active feedback and immediate feedback because I was monitoring different students and I correct them. And sometimes I used the peer feedback and I put them to work in teams and they work together, they identify the errors together, and maybe it made them feel more confident and more sociable when they shared their ideas in English. So at the beginning of this interview with these strategies, they were like, I don't know how to write. But at the end of this period, this practice, they started to write some words that were difficult for them. In this case, they write sentence like more advanced or something like that. And maybe they improved a lot, but I need to follow this research. They wrote sentences more advanced that they started. And it was successful. I think that it was useful for them and also helpful for me for my future interventions. And I took the most important thing, that is to adapt different materials and strategies for them. And I would like to continue this research. And it is a topic that is more interesting for me and also for them, because they started to feel more confident when they write in English. And it not only helped them to the writing skills, but also the speaking, the reading, the listening, because they have more patterns than in English language. And this is very helpful for them because they have the idea to produce the language. They first um, like practice and then produce, and it is very helpful for them. However, the research or the project presented different limitations, such as lack of time or maybe low intervention practice, because I didn't have enough classes or enough time to apply my activities, and I didn't finish with my students. So for that, it is important also to make um, important activities related to the context and to their development, because it helps them and help me when I have less interventions or less time to do my teaching. So it is important to check it. So it was all for my part. Thank you for your attention and your time. This video is about the interés superior del niño, and it mentions that it is important to take into account the rights of the children and identify some problematics that we are gonna be faced. So if you want to see it, please click here and you can see it.
These are some evidence and materials that I did, but I didn't implement with my students because of the time or for the activities from the school.